Hi everyone, it's Yemi here. I have so missed talking about all the overlooked news items that have come up over the last few weeks, but we all need some rest and relaxation, and I'm taking mine. As you may know already, the Overlooked podcast is produced by Tunuka Media. This is the same production studio that produces the well-loved podcast called Africa in My Kitchen. Seeing as it's the holiday season and it's about to go into full swing, I thought that it would be great to just highlight Africa in My Kitchen while we wait for the Overlooked podcast to come back in early 2021. As you can probably already tell from the name, Africa in My Kitchen is all about African food. On the series, my co-host Ijoma and I are on a journey to try a dish from every African country. I am passionate about trying food, and that excitement shines through as we talk about the food, the country it's from, and how our life experiences have fed into how we review and perceive that food. You're already filling your brain with overlooked news. So, because I know you're likely excited about learning new things from new places, this is definitely another show you should listen to. To get you started, I have selected one of my favorite episodes from one of the meals I have loved. It was on Cachupa from Cape Verde. I am visibly smiling right now just thinking about the gift of a meal that it was. Whew. So, just before I head back out, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. My handle is mypixeljourney. Let's chat. Once again, here's to the very best to you this season. Stay safe out there, people, and enjoy one of my favorite episodes of Africa in My Kitchen.
It's another episode of Africa in My Kitchen. This is Ijoma and
this is Yemi. And this week we are bringing you Cachupa. But yes, Cachupa from Cape Verde. For some background of the country like we usually do, Cape Verde is an island nation off the coast of West Africa. It is actually made up of 10 islands, not just one. And the name of the country was officially changed to the Republic of Cape Verde in 2013. But a lot of people like ourselves often still call it Cape Verde. Praia is the capital city and it's located in the Cabo Verdean island of Santiago.
Cabo Verde was a strategic part of the transatlantic slave trade. And the result of that is that today, a large part of the population of Cabo Verde is of mixed ethnicity. So about 78% of them are descendants of a mix of Portuguese plantation owners and Africans who were brought onto the island to work on those plantations. About 28% is African, about 1% is European. Cape Verde is a Lusophone country, which means that their official language is Portuguese. But another common language that they speak is Crioulo, which is a kind of Creole. So here's a random fun fact about Cabo Verde. Santiago, the island of Santiago, was Charles Darwin's first stop during his famous 1832 expedition. I'm sure a lot of people know who Charles Darwin is, but just in case you don't, he was a notable scientist who conceived the scientific theory of evolution.
Awesome.
Yeah. So let's just delve more into the kind of food that you find on Cabo Verde. So we found that because they have this history of Portugal and Africa and Europe as well, their cuisine is kind of influenced by all three factors. They're an island, so they eat a lot of seafood, particularly tuna. They like beans, they like rice, they like corn, they like sausages. As there's someone next to me.
Oh Lord, I'm salivating. Lord have mercy.
They also have like a good variety of fruits, so guava, papaya or pawpaw. We call them papaya or pawpaw, coconuts, mangoes. I found that they had very interesting dishes like fried eel, which I've never
tried that.
I've never tried eel.
That seems shocking.
No.
See what I did there?
What? Yes. No, I did not.
Electric
Shocking.
eel.
Wow. Wow. Moving on. So they have a rice and beans dish, for instance, they call jagasida. They also have a dessert that is made of goat cheese and papaya jam. Oh, that's interesting. Yes. And so we talk a little bit more about this in some of our notes, but let us go to the main dish.
Oh,
I'm trying to get Yemi to contain
I'm
herself.
so excited.
Cachupa is the national dish of Cabo Verde. And basically, there are two kinds of cachupa. So there's cachupa pobre and cachupa rica. And I hope I'm pronouncing these properly. Well, cachupa pobre is colloquially translated as poor man's cachupa by Cape Verdeans, because that is it's basically a beans and corn dish that doesn't have any meat in it. I think it might also have fish sometimes. Cachupa rica is packed with meat. I didn't actually use all the meat that the dish called for.
That's the one we ate here, so you can understand.
Yeah, so we're main people here.
Lord Jesus.
So we made cachupa rica. And the long story short, cachupa is a combination of everything. So it's beans and corn, but then there's also cassava in it. And then you have an assortment of vegetables. So you have you have carrots, you have cabbage, and then you have your meats. So think about your basic food groups that you learned about in school. You have your vegetables, you have your protein, you have your carbs, you have your vitamins, you have your water, and you have your sodium. And it's a very hearty dish, right? Would you say?
I would say it is everything I love and more. I know it's beans, but damn, like it was so good.
Can't stop talking about this.
Oh Lord. If I read my exact notes,
it's embarrassing, guys.
It's so embarrassing. Like you will think I've never eaten beans in my life, but it is very filling, it is very hearty, it is delicious, it is Lord.
Let's get to the ingredients.
Okay, let's get to the ingredients. I'm already salivating again.
So if I were to break this down, I would call it, one section is the meat section, and it's heavy on the pork. There's a lot of pork, there's some chicken. A big aspect, I think, a significant part of the pork is chorizo. You need to have the chorizo sausage.
Yeah, chorizo
is smoked sausage.
Exactly.
And it's that smokiness that gives it that flavor. And chorizo is very strong, so you don't actually need that much of it to make an impact. Then you have your vegetables and your tubers. So there was cabbage, carrots, cassava, tomatoes, onions, beans, corn, peas, all of that.
Jam it inside.
Just, So the concept of it is, depending on which recipe you're using, they will call for dried beans and dried corn. I didn't have that, and I didn't want to start from scratch. So I cheated a little bit. I got the canned beans. So in your grocery store, you can have like maybe red kidney beans or 6 medley beans and something like that. So the concept of cooking it is, you would start with cooking your meat, seasoning your meats and cooking your meats. And you cook your beans and your corn separately. And then you cook your vegetables separately, and you just kind of put them all together and cook it together. My understanding of this dish is, it's not a quick dish.
No.
It's not a quick dish. So you have to make it in steps, but the end result, the way it all melds together, is so good.
This dish so bad, man. Hey.
Wow. If you're not Nigerian, I think it means that was a really good dish. Bad means good in this context.
Yeah, it's like, it was bad, it's so good.
Yes, you also season it with paprika, pepper, garlic, and bay leaves. Of course, they will find links to the recipe that we'll talk about.
Oh, one thing I did want to add though. For y'all that may be on the medium spice side, and I feel like some people will agree with me, some will disagree. I feel like the best kind of spiciness level hits you at the back of the throat.
Okay.
Not the front. If it bites you in your front of your tongue, the thing did not enter well. But I like it when the spice hits like right at the back. It's like a warm feeling. This dish had that kind of spice. When you eat it, you think I'm at home with my mommy. My mommy is hugging me.
So, question for you now. When you say spice, are you talking about the heat level? Or
I'm talking about
the
heat level. Okay, I'm talking of heat level.
So, if you're not the kind of person that eats spicy food, this can be controlled. So, you just need to regulate how much pepper, because I've used quite an amount of pepper.
Yeah.
You can regulate how much pepper you use.
Yeah, so the heat level, that's what I mean by spiciness. So, it was perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
I don't know if I would say I enjoyed cooking the dish because it was such a process. But once I wrapped my mind around, okay, just break it down. You deal with the meats, you deal with the beans and the corn, you deal with the vegetable, you put them all together. And I really appreciated the way it had to meld together. So yes, I hope we did it justice. People from Cabo Verde.
I have in my notes, and these are exact words, it was happiness in my mouth.
It was really good.
It was, I don't usually use very fine or finessey, what's the word I use?
I'm not sure. Normal descriptive words?
Not normal descriptive words, but the kind of the uppity words that you would use in describing those food critic words.
I have no idea what she means.
Anyway, my notes were, it was very beansy, but very nice.
This girl said it was a sausagey taste.
But
What is the
it tastes like sausages. It's like, but it was sausages, but it was beans. So, you know. And then the cassava was nice because at first I thought the cassava was big onions.
Wow.
But then I now realized, I was like, wait, this is cassava and it's not gari. Hey.
And that's the thing, like, there's so many actors in this dish that almost everything hits you like a surprise. Oh, there's beans. And it's not mushed together. So when you see the picture of it, like, we took the picture of it and we're like, we can actually see every single element of the dish captured in this picture. The beans, the corn, the carrots, everything was just coming together, guys.
It was like, you know,
it was like a savory melding of flavorful depth of smoky deliciousness.
Every time you eat it, it's like you are dancing.
Guys, we're going to Cape Verde because we're so happy.
Like, honestly, of all the dishes, I literally ate this one and I became happy. Like, I don't know if this is coming through. No. Like,
a touch.
I ate this and I was just happy. Like, I don't understand. And it's beans, and one can even say it's some form of chili.
It's like a chili. Yeah, that's
it is some form of chili, but yo, I don't have anything bad to say about it. It was good. I kept some and Maize like kind of drew it out to eat over a period of several days. I froze it, warmed it, and then it took me like a week to finish that.
You really drew that out.
I did. I did.
Wow.
I put like a little bit in a bowl.
Guys, there was not enough for her to eat more than 3 meals, so I don't understand how she.
So what I did is I liked it so much. So when I had the first plate, I split it. First of all, I had put quite a bit on a plate, and then I tasted it and I'm like, oh, this is so good. So I divided that plate into 2. I now decided to put them in little bowls. I now froze them. So every other evening, I would eat just a little bit before my dinner. That's how happy I was eating the food.
Well, speaking of leaving it as a leftover, I found out that what they do is, as a tradition, they can eat it, say, like on a Friday or a Saturday night, and then Sunday, they eat it with a fried egg as a leftover. And they call it Cachupa guisod. I hope I'm saying this right. Cachupa guisod, and they eat it on Sunday.
Yeah. So I guess you can tell a little bit how we feel about this
dish. We love
it,
guys.
Yeah. Like, Cape Verde, this one's for you, man.
We're coming. Please wait for us. We want to see your island.
Let's go hurry up and pass so we can buy tickets.
Are you really sure that's the reason why we're not able to go to Cape Verde? Only because of COVID?
It's only COVID. Really? I declare it in the name of the Lord.
Okay.
It's only COVID.
So once COVID is done, that's nothing to do with our priorities, our pockets, our jobs, nothing.
Priorities.
Nothing.
See, you know this kind of YOLO life.
Oh,
just
you only
go.
Live once?
You only live once.
We're coming for you, Cape Verde.
We'll find our way. Even if it's boats, we'll use and get there.
Okay, maybe you shall. I don't know.
No, we'll use boats.
Boats make me uncomfortable.
Anyway. But yeah, like
you want to say more? You feel like you have things to say.
I know. Like I feel I want to really articulate how much I enjoyed this meal. And we do put up the notes and everything, of course, on our blog as well, which you can find in our show notes or bio, wherever you find us. But Lord. Anyway, I'm trying to articulate without sounding kind of like a teenager in love, but it's really hard when you just fell in love at first bite. It's hard. It's hard to hold myself back.
You want to let go? Just let go?
No.
You want to sing a song?
I could sing a song, but I'm afraid our listeners will run away after that. We might as well just shut the podcast.
No, don't say that. No, we want you to stay. Please don't make
we might as well just shut the podcast down if I sing. But yeah. Anyway, let's just say it was good.
It was a good dish. And I would encourage you to try it. It's not, again, it's a lot of elements in it, but I think it's well worth it. It's a very delicious, and it's healthy.
I'm not sure if it came through, but I really enjoyed this.
Let's not make her do this again. Let's just agree with her that she likes it and she's told us.
Man, when I like a meal, you guys are going to know. It's going to come through in my voice. It's going to come in through in how I describe it. When I don't, I will still try to be polite, but I might not be just as excited. Who knows? Anyway.
Long story short, we love Cachupa.
Right, yes.
This brings us to the end of another episode, guys. This was fun. Let's do this again soon.
Yes, and don't forget to check out our blog or just Google Cachupa. And let us know what you think when you try it, because this is one you definitely have to try. Seswa was one. This is another one you definitely have to try. Let us know what you think. Let us know what else you added to yours. And we look forward to absolutely hearing back from each and every one of you.
Thank you very much. And
bye.
Thank you for listening, friends. As a reminder, the podcast is released every 2 weeks.
Follow Tunuka Media on social media, including Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, to connect with us and be on the forefront of upcoming shows and program schedules. Links are in the show notes.
Africa in My Kitchen is produced by Tunuka Media and co-hosted with 234 Pantry. So while on Instagram, follow my page, 234 Pantry, for more food-related content and fun facts about dishes and ingredients.
Tunuka Media also produces another show called Overlooked, which I host, with more shows on the way. Like and subscribe, and if you learned something new, support the show by giving Africa in My Kitchen a high rating wherever you listen. This helps the show grow and gets more people just like you to learn also.
So until next time,
bye!